Hey, hey. New updates with the UTI lube. It's working out real fucking good. This is something, if you have problems, stick around, bitches. You see this? You know what the fuck this is? This is 800 fucking milliliters of fucking urine. This is a bad fucking idea. This is a one-way ticket to a fucking UTI. This is just plain old fucking stupid. This is what I continue to do and have been doing for fucking damn near 2 years now. And I'm UTI free. Do I have your attention?
A UTI, or better known as a urinary tract infection, is typically caused by three things: overfilling, underfilling the bladder, or poor hygiene. I have a cure that doesn't include antibiotics. Here it is. Listen up, you filthy animals.
There's the dog. Wait a minute. Alright, this isn't the video. UTIs. With the lube and the tea. The UTI cure. That's what we're doing. Okay. UTI lube. Check. Check, 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 check. What we got going on over here? Something else to fuck with. Something else to fuck with. I had done a video called New Weapon a while back. I don't know where it is. It'll be. Boom! Here's what it looks like. Which I talked about some of the things that I've been doing to deal with urinary tract infections. May seem a little extreme, may seem a little radical, but fuck it, it works. And it's a combination of things that I have been doing, and I don't see any reason to stop. You know, it's been quite some time since I've had a comfort tea. Remember this shit? Quite some time since I've had a UTI. I've had a couple scares and things of that nature over the last little bit. Yeah, it's time to fucking give myself a busy buzz, motherfucker. A couple times that I have, as I just explained, you know, you have overfilling the bladder, drinking too much, waiting too long to catheterize. That's a problem. Because the bladder stretches out, and when it comes back in, there's a lot of bacteria that gets caught up in all the little folds that are created from the stretching and then the decreasing. It's almost like if you're a big fat motherfucker and you lose a shitload of weight, you got all that loose skin, the bladder's the same fucking way. Okay? Close this for a second. Yeah. And the bacteria gets caught into those little folds and it doesn't go anywhere, and because it's warm, moist, dark, in the perfect environment for bacteria to grow, it fucking grows in your bladder and you get fucked. You fuck yourself. Second way you're fucking yourself is that if you don't drink enough fluid and your body isn't constantly working. Big problem is if you cannot urinate on your own, okay, and you have to catheterize. I did a video also. A video called, what the fuck was it? Oh, Itsy Bitsy. Looks like this. Boom! Which talks about the fact of catheterization and bacteria that's just everywhere. And unless, of course, shit, even if you are in a goddamn operating room, nothing is ever 100% sterile, and bacteria is fucking everywhere. It finds you, and by catheterizing, no matter what it is, you cannot properly flush your system. So that in mind, what happens is, any type of bacteria buzzing around, you take a catheter, you stick it up a fucking urethra. Hey, hello, bacteria, right inside of your bladder. Bing, 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 bing. Fuck you. You are doomed. However, what I have found is your first line of defense is a product called Comfort Tape. I will be making a video relatively soon pertaining to Comfort Ice Tape, which is even better. But Comfort Tape, it just, I don't know. If you get to the first stage of a UTI, maybe you have a spastic bladder, maybe you have cloudy urine, maybe your urine has that ammonia smell, well, that's a pretty good fucking indication. You know, you can either drink that, you know, suck down a couple of these, knock down a couple bunches of glasses of water or some shit. Ooh, what the fuck's going on with this? Hey, give me a second over here. This is a very interesting prop that I have here. However, what you're looking to do is flush your bladder, which is extremely important if you are catheterizing. If you are not catheterizing, if you have an internal, embedded catheter, I think that this is probably your best bet. Well, this is never going to be a bad idea. But, also water, lots of it. If you don't know that when you have to cath, and if you decide to ingest the tea or the beer or something like that, that's another story. I got to tell you one other thing. That, for me, breakfast in the morning. Oats, bitches. Oatmeal. Almost creates like almost like a diuretic. And I don't know what the process is or what the process isn't. But for me, if I beat this down with a glass of milk and a little bit of grapefruit or whatever it might be, I swear, about an hour and a half later, I've got to go, and it's crystal motherfucking clear. I don't know what the dealio is. You look into it. All I know is the shit works. these are all different ways that I've used to defeat not spinal cord injury. I'm working on defeating spinal cord injury. And fucking motherfucker, I'm gonna figure that shit out. However, I find the number one way that I've figured out how to deal with all this bullshit with spinal cord injury. I don't know why I'm hung up on that one. Urinary tract infections. This is a lubrication called Aqua Wicked. All right, it is a water-based. What do they call it? Hypoallergenic, bacteriostatic lubrication. And most, shit, I'm going to go as far as to say all motherfucking catheters need to be lubricated, because the urethra in and of itself is not lubricated. It'll stay moist because, well, it's a contained system. So it'll stay moist, but in order to, considering you're sticking a fucking tube in and out of it, you should really, lube it up a little bit, making sure, you don't fucking totally destroy yourself. And what I like to do, what has been working for me for a while, but also with this is pure eucalyptus oil. I've gone through a couple different types of oils over the last little while, over the last, little while. What am I talking about? Over the last damn near 2 years. And what I've been doing, all I do is take about 1 milliliter of eucalyptus, and I put it in a, one of these little tubes. And then, rather simply, I top it off fuck is that other thing? Gotta grab the top. Hands don't work bad, but they don't work good. I can almost grab shit. I've been working on this for like the last year, trying to get these fuckers to work a little bit better. But what I end up with is either a 1 to 4, depending on how bad your UTI is, or, if you're just maintaining. A 1 to 4 mix of organic eucalyptus and lubrication that I then in turn I shake vigorously. It mixed up pretty good. It doesn't really want to live together, but it's too fucking bad. Shake vigorously and do your best within 6, 7, 8 seconds to get the catheter in here, because it begins to separate really fast. So you want the lube and the oil together. And it's a bit of a dick, but it works. and then you stick the catheter into the loop, and then you stick the catheter inside yourself. And I do that at least 3 times a day. Typically, I don't do it when I'm sleeping, and I know I do, I possess the ability to wake up at night and actually cath myself in the middle of the night with no lights on and stuff like that, because I happen to know where my fucking dick is, and I know where my hands are and things of that nature, and I have decent amount of sensation, which is a fucking game changer. However, if you have good hand-eye, hand-dick, hand-urethra, hand whatever the fuck it is, coordination, you should be able to pull this shit off. Like I say, once again, hydration is really good. I don't know, I'm just fucking off here today, so I'm just drinking beer. I don't live off this shit, back off. Or the tea, or the water. Like I say, not enough fluid is a problem. Too much fluid is a problem. But I have found that either too much or too little is not a problem anymore, and has not been for quite some time. If you're curious about much of anything, as far as this whole thing is, let me know. Seriously. I mean, buzz, man. I'll fucking hook you up. Comfort Tea. Here's the website. Get in touch with Comfort Tea. This shit saved my fucking life. This shit is preserving my life. You do what you gotta do.